So you look around and people have got they've got everything together, or everyone's got their life planned out perfectly, and I'm still like trying to figure stuff out. And actually, when you look at everything, anyone from like big organisations, celebrities, and the normal person, everyone's figuring it out as they go along.
Yeah.
Everyone's making it up.
Yeah.
And it's kind of comforting in a way, because then you're like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm not unusual. I'm not like frailing. I'm not like, because sometimes it's easy to, especially with social media, especially with the internet, to think that, everyone was born with talent.
Yeah.
Or everyone was born with like, they know how to do business, or they know how to create programs or write books or whatever.
Yeah.
And they don't.
They don't have a clue.
No one has a clue, man.
I didn't have a clue when I wrote my first book. I just wrote and I was like, it's there.
Yeah.
It's a book.
That's it. What is your first book?
The high intensity book.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just wrote little theme pages.
On high intensity training.
On high intensity
exactly.
training, a few videos.
But how you did it is you turned up and you sat down and you wrote it.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, they're looking for like the magic hack. They'll come to you and they'll be like, oh, what's like the hardest thing about writing a book? Or how long do you think it will take to write a book? And I'm like, what do you want to know?
Yeah.
And obviously they're trying to find, obviously most people have got this, they put something in their mind as a huge thing, right?
Yeah.
So like, I want to create a business or write a book or whatever, change a career, and it just becomes this massive thing. And they think by asking more questions, or they think by doing more research, they're somehow going to find the golden egg or the magic bullet. There's no magic bullet. It's like just get to work, start it, make those mistakes, fail, and then the path will become clear.
You remind me of this guy that I read a lot of his books, Grant Cardone. Very much so. He's very like driven.
Yeah, I know Grant Cardone.
Oh, you read his books.
I've read
10x.
I haven't read 10x. I've read his Millionaire book. I saw him speak last year. He was here last year in the UK.
Okay.
He was at this entrepreneurial, what was it? It was like some 2 or 3 day seminar.
Okay.
And he did the keynote there, and he's a cool guy. He's it's just like work hard, make mistakes, get on with it, get to work.
You get your results.
Yeah, for sure. I just think too many people are caught up with thinking that things are going to happen, or maybe if they meet the right person, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe this, and you hear someone that's like comes out of nowhere, right? A celebrity or an athlete, you're like, oh, overnight success, and then you find out 10 years in the making, grinding, putting in the work. So, yeah, man, it's good to like listen to Grant Cardone or people and just like get these little nuggets of information and then incorporate it into your kind of philosophy. Yeah, for sure.
Well, you wrote a book recently, The 3 Laws of Weight Loss.
That's right. Yeah.
How was that process for you, though?
Yeah. It was. I had it in me for ages. But I knew I wanted to write this book, and then life got in the way.
Yeah.
I've got an online company and stuff, and growing that for the last 2 or 3 years has been busy.
Macrolean.
www.macrolean.co.uk. So I was kind of, like anything in life, you're like, I want to do this, and then something gets in the way and you put it off. And I put it off for ages, and I just thought, you know what, it's time to do it.
Yeah.
So how the process was me getting up every day and writing a bit.
Writing
2 or 3 hours every day until it was finished. And then I kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to try and find a publisher, do it the traditional way, go up there, get a book agent, get a publisher. And I had a bit of interest in it. Some agencies and some publishing houses were like, okay, it's interesting, tell me more. But it didn't lead to anywhere in the end.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to self-publish.
Okay.
So I went down that route, found out what I needed to do, had no idea what I was doing, like everything in life.
Yeah.
And self-published and got it published on Kindle, and then got it published in a paperback.
Okay.
So 3 Laws of Weight Loss, and it's kind of, I guess, my life's work to date. It tells you how to lose weight, how to get in shape, how to work out, what to eat, and mindset.
Okay. Oh, mindset as well.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like, how do you feel about mental health in the industry at the moment, or in the world at the moment?
I think it's the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
And in fact, this is where I'm going with my coaching business. I mean, Macrolean, I'm still running it, it's still going, but as I grow and evolve as a coach, my coaching is definitely going towards more mindset stuff.
Okay.
Because you can give someone all the how-to in the world, right? Like, if you want to look after plants or you want to build buildings, you can say, oh, hey, here's a manual. But if the person's mindset doesn't believe they can do it, right? If someone doesn't believe they can learn a new language or get a new job or lose weight, it doesn't matter if you have all the instructions in the world. You have 10 encyclopedias full of info. If that person's like, no, I can't lose weight, there's no point.
You're not going to do it.
So, you're not going to do it. So I'm like, you know what? obviously you can change lives, helping people with advice, which is great. But then I think you can only change a percentage of people or a small percentage, because a lot of people have got a lot of limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
So in the last year, couple of years, I've definitely been getting more into mindset stuff, and that's where I'm taking my business for sure.
Okay.
Coaching-wise, I've been doing, you know what NLP is?
No, never heard of it.
NLP is neuro-linguistic programming.
Okay.
It's basically how to run your brain properly.
Okay.
And obviously what you think and what you believe will determine your results in life.
So the law of attraction, pretty much, or not really?
Yes, yeah, it is. That puts me off a little bit, because a lot of people use that in a weird way now, where it's like, oh, I can sit down and meditate and I'm going to get rich.
Yeah.
And no, you're not. I'm going to sit down and meditate and I'm going to get a six-pack. No, you're not. I do believe in the law of attraction in a certain way, not in the way The Secret has come across, not in the way that, I don't know if you know about Abraham Hicks. That's kind of another version of law of attraction. There's a few people that are big in there. And they kind of tell you that it's just about feeling good. And if you feel good, everything good happens to you.
Yeah.
Feeling good is a part of it, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I'm sure all the most successful people, or any success I've had, has come with loads of times of feeling bad and negative.
Yeah.
And feeling negative isn't a bad thing per se. You know, a lot of the times, the worst things in my life have been a catalyst for me to do bigger stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it pushes you.
Exactly. So law of attraction, I do believe in it, in the fact that, obviously you want to be thinking positive thoughts. You do attract certain people into your life and situations, but it's not as easy as sitting down and meditating in the morning, and then, you wake up, there's 10 grand in your bank. Oh, I've just met this person, they're going to give me $1 million contract. Oh, I've met my perfect girlfriend or partner or whatever. Part of it is, obviously, like there's parts of it, feeling good is great, because when you feel good, you feel like you can do more, and then you take action. Yeah. So NLP is looking at the way people run their brains, and there's no such thing, the whole methodology is, there's no such thing as reality, like objective reality.
Yeah.
Right, so people watching this at home, let's say 1,000 people watch this in the first week of this video being released.
Yeah.
There's not one video being watched, there's 1,000 different videos being watched. Because everyone filters the world differently, everyone processes information differently. So NLP is basically about how to manipulate your subjective experience of the world. So someone could come up to you and say, hey man, I saw your new video, it's pretty cool. And you might take it as, oh, that's great. And then your mate might be like, pretty cool, it was awesome, why'd you say that?
Yeah.
There's no right or wrong, it's subjective. There's a way to how to run your brain optimally, and it's really, really powerful stuff. And it's mixed with hypnosis as well.
Okay.
And hypnosis, I don't know if you know much about it, but it speaks directly to the unconscious mind.
Okay.
So we have a conscious and an unconscious mind, right? And the conscious mind is what we're dealing with now. We're talking on this camera, we're having a chat. And it can only deal with about 12 or 14 bits of information. But our unconscious mind remembers everything. Okay. That's why when you're young, like you might be riding your bike one day, on the way to work, and suddenly, why am I thinking about my high school days? Yeah. Or what happened? Why don't I worry about that? Exactly. So NLP and hypnosis is definitely, from what I found out, is one of the best ways to kind of reprogram your mind.
Okay.
The mind is like a computer. It searches for information, finds it, and goes back in the data stores and stuff. So NLP is basically reprogramming your mind so it runs optimally. Okay. And that's where I see myself going. So that's a long answer to your question.
So
on
basically,
mental health.
is that the new book that you're going to be writing? Is that your plan for the next book?
I think the new book will definitely be more mindset, philosophy. But I just think like mental health, how to run your mindset, how to run your brain. It sounds kind of weird, doesn't it? Yeah. But how to run your brain, how to reprogram your brain is the most important thing you can do. Okay. Because how you think basically determines how you feel, and how you feel determines your actions. And your actions are going to determine your results in fitness, in your business, in your relationships, in anything that you want to achieve. So law of attraction, I think, is a part of it. There's some things you can't explain. Like I just bumped into that guy, like me and you met in Thailand randomly.
Years ago.
Now we're sitting here doing this podcast, right? And then there's a reason behind that for sure. And I'm not trying to explain that. I definitely don't have all the answers at all. But I just know from being alive for 35 years that you don't just feel good and good things happen. Yeah. It doesn't work like that.
Okay. So I saw on your Instagram that you got a #1 seller for your book on Amazon. I was proud of you when I saw that. I was super proud.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
I was super
thanks,
proud.
Man.
How did you feel when you saw that come through in the morning when you woke up? You saw it and you're like, what?
Yeah, that was crazy because first I wasn't going to publish it as a paperback. I was just going to do Kindle.
Yeah.
So all my effort went into researching how to get a Kindle book out. Kindle is the Amazon thing, right? So I wrote the book, and you think writing a book is just about writing a book, but actually you do the research on how to upload it to Amazon and get it all sorted out. So I did that, and I was looking at all the different, books in their niches, because it has the top 10 books. So I just, it's funny, going back to law of attraction, I was kind of like visualizing it, like I'm going to get, in the top 10 or something. I can feel it, because I have a sizable amount of social media on Facebook and YouTube and stuff. So I did a few videos, sent a few emails out to my email list.
Yeah.
Didn't think much about it. Yeah. And then, literally the next day woke up and it was like already #1 bestseller before it actually released. So it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. Like it's not still a bestseller because obviously they come and go. But it was for a couple of days or a week or something, and it was kind of cool to see that.
Got the screenshot.
Yeah, I got the screenshot of it, exactly. So it's good. It was a good feeling.
So what's your style of training?
Style of training, personally?
Personally, for yourself.
So personally, I come from a martial arts background.
Yeah.
I grew up doing martial arts, so that's always my foundation.
Yeah.
I don't fight or compete anymore, but I did a lot when I was a kid. So martial arts, weight training. So a lot of resistance stuff, like compounds, like deadlifts and some bench press and stuff, and pull-ups and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then I like gymnastics work as well, because that's good for kind of just stretching out your body, but also strengthening it at the same time. So I'd say the three main things: martial arts, traditional weight training, barbells and dumbbells, and then gymnastics, kind of calisthenics.
Okay.
Is my main training. Yeah.
And your style of eating, what type of food do you eat?
I'm vegan.
Okay.
So I only eat plants for the last 2.5 years now.
Yeah.
So pretty much bust all those myths that you have to have protein from meat and what's not. I believe all that stuff too. Mainly, I'd say 80% is like whole foods. Mm-hmm. So my daily diet looks like fruits, vegetables, I like bread, some cereal, oats, stuff like that. And then 20% I will have some kind of like treat junk food. Okay. So some vegan junk foods, like a vegan burger, a pizza, whatever.
So how long have you been a vegan?
Since, what are we now, 2019, so 2017.
Okay.
2 and a bit years now.
Okay, and do you feel a change in your body completely, or is it just gradual change over the years?
It was something that was on my mind for a while, and then I just like switched overnight, and I do feel better. I feel more energized.
Yeah.
I feel I just think you need to test stuff out for sure. Yeah. And a lot of people like disregard like being a vegetarian or vegan because they're like, no, I'm seriously into my sports. I'm an athlete, and I need protein and what's not. But then you see Olympic athletes who are some of the sprinters.
A lot of sprinters now
are vegan. MMA fighters. I love MMA and martial arts. That's my background. I feel really good, man. My energy's great. A vegan diet's very high in carbohydrates. Okay. And carbs are obviously our main energy source. Yeah. So man, I love it, and it's good for me. It's good for the animals, good for the planet. So
go for it.
Try it out, man. Yeah, try it out. Like even if a lot of people do like meat-free Mondays and stuff like that. Yeah. Or they do some sort of flexitarian, they call it, where they kind of like incorporate some days vegetarian, some days vegan. Yeah. You definitely don't need meat to build muscle. Yeah. And be strong and healthy, and I definitely proved that. Probably got more muscle than I had back in 2017. Really? Stronger than ever. Yeah, great. I love it, man. Feel good. Okay. And I do a lot of fasting as well.
Okay, intermittent fasting or full day fasting?
I mix it up. So every day I'll fast at least 16 hours.
Every day?
Every day. Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably eat dinner, finish dinner about 8 p.m. Yeah. And then I'll start eating again around 12 to 1. Okay. Maybe even a bit later. So between 16 and 18 hours each day. And then every Monday, which is today, I'll do a 24-hour fast. So I won't eat from dinner on Sunday to dinner tonight, just 24 hours. And then sometimes, if I'm feeling crazy, I'll throw in a 2 or 3 day fast, where it's just water and some black coffee, because I'm still a human being. I need to get up in the morning. I like it. It makes the diet or a diet easier.
Yeah. How does your mind feel when you're doing it?
You feel clearer. Okay. Because like when you eat breakfast or you eat any meal, your blood sugar level spikes and it comes down, and you're kind of on that all day. Yeah, on the down. Ups and downs, right? Every time you eat, you spike a little bit and come down. But kind of on a down, isn't it? Probably the first sugar spike of the day, and you'll be coming down unless you really hit the sugar hard. So the myth is, oh my God, you must be like really tired because you're not eating. No, our bodies can survive for days without food, right? If they couldn't, then we wouldn't have survived as a species. That's true. So your blood sugar levels are pretty stable throughout the day, as long as you're hydrated. There's lots of research on it that mental clarity and focus is actually increased when you do it. So I feel great, man. Have you tried any fasting?
Yeah, I've tried fasting.
Okay, cool.
I normally do it once a month on a Friday.
Nice.
And I feel my mental capacity is a lot higher.
Do you still work out?
Yeah, I still work out on it as well,
Yeah.
which is hard, but I still get it done.
Yeah, awesome. I think a lot of time it's mental as well.
Yeah, it is.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, I've tried my first 16-hour fast, it's only like 10 a.m. and I'm starving. I'm like, okay, that's probably a habit.
Yeah.
Like, as humans, we love habits, and you're habituated to eating breakfast. But if you after a week or two, that goes anyway. That's more of a mental thing, for sure. So yeah, I love fasting, man. It incorporates great into like staying lean because you get to eat bigger meals later in the day.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hard to overeat if you only got 2 meals a day. Unless you really want to be a pig, which can happen on some days.
Some people could do that.
Yeah.
I'm not really that of a big eater.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I do eat, it's normally small meals.
Yeah.
Quite often, but when I do fast, it's not that big a meal anyway. Because my stomach can't handle it.
Yeah.
Even if I do have a big meal after fasting, I can't finish it.
Really?
So yeah.
Man, you're blessed with some genetics because you're lean. Obviously, you must walk around like 10% body fat or less all the time. Around that. Sprinters, kind of fast twitch muscle fibers.
Fast twitch muscle.
But yeah, I think fasting. A lot of my clients do it.
Okay.
A lot of people, when they hear it, again, they think it's really. They're like, oh my god, it sounds so extreme. Not eating. And it's like, you're missing one meal.
Yeah.
You're missing breakfast. I found out about it back in 2010.
Yeah.
And like that was nearly 10 years ago. And so, and then back then people were like, what?
What are you doing?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. That's a mantra for everyone. It's a myth, yeah. The most important meal of the day is the meal that helps you hit the amount of food you need.
Yeah.
Not the meal that starts the day. But that's a good myth spun by cereal companies, by breakfast companies, because of course you're going to need to buy their products.
Money.
Exactly. Yeah. So whatever diet you're on or whatever eating protocol you follow, I think fasting just incorporates nicely.
Yeah.
And people are like, why haven't I found out about this sooner? I'm like, because it's free.
Yeah.
No one's got any money to make off it. So
That's it.
it's great. I love it, man.
So what books are you reading at the moment, or what book are you reading at the moment?
So I'm super into NLP, like I talked about earlier. NLP and hypnosis. So everything's about that, man.
Okay.
I just love learning about how to reprogram the mind.
Yeah.
Right? Because you can get caught in a trap. I'm sure you've done it. I mean, everyone on planet Earth has had bad times, has felt down, has felt depressed, and you're just like, I'm stuck with this. Like, I'm feeling bad, but like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
And you've got complete control over it. Like, you have a universal control in your head, like a remote control. You can do whatever you want with your brain.
Yeah.
So NLP and hypnosis is all about that. So all the books I'm reading right now. I just did a training with one of the guy who invented it. He came over. It was invented back in the 70s and 80s by a guy called Dr. Richard Bandler.
Okay.
And he just came to London last month, and I did a week's training there and got certified as a practitioner of it.
Great.
So yeah, thanks man. It's great. Every book at the moment is all about neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis, but mostly all the books I read are about mindset anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your top 3 books on mindset?
Top
For the
books.
people out there.
Yeah, Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz is a good one. I mean, that's got NLP stuff in it, even though he doesn't call it NLP. He's got stuff like visualization, stuff about, just like how to kind of like plan your future and what's not. So Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Another one would be, what's some books that I've read? I mean, Richard Bandler's book, it's an NLP book, but probably anyone could read it, would be Using Your Brain for a Change, which is a great one.
That's the name of it?
Yeah, Using Your Brain for a Change, and obviously there's a kind of bit of ambiguity there, like, it's being sarcastic, because some people don't use their brain a lot of the time, and obviously use it to change your life. And then another book that I read, which is, it's a novel, but it's a mindset book. It's about a famous Japanese warrior called Miyamoto Musashi. I love Japanese culture, I love martial arts. And it's about it's actually, he was a real Japanese swordsman. Okay. He's actually the most famous Japanese swordsman. He lived in the 1500s. Yeah. And back then they used to have like duels to the death. Okay. And he survived. Well, he had like 60 or 70 duels undefeated, which is crazy. Yeah. With like swords that could chop your head off with one slice. So he was a real life person, but then he's a real, but they wrote a novel on him called Musashi, and it's obviously fictional. Lots of it's fiction. It's made up a lot of it, but I read it, and it's fiction, but I was like, wow, this is like a self-help.
Yeah.
It's telling you like everyone's life, like you have good times, you have bad times, you got to stay with the path. So I'd say, yeah, the first two are kind of like proper self-help books. The the third one, Masashi, is a novel, but when you read it, you're like, wow, there's a powerful story in there too.
Yeah. So you wrote a 90-day blog. What 90 days of vlogs you did last year?
Video
vlogs,
yeah, so vlogs. I did a challenge, 90 days non-stop video every single day.
Yeah.
Which wasn't easy.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, how does he motivate himself? What does he think of to create each day?
Yeah, sometimes you do like 7 in a day.
Okay.
So you get topics and you just shoot 7 in a day, which would be good. Other times you wouldn't because life gets in the way.
Yeah.
You know, you get sick or something comes up and there's an emergency. So you just have to like do a video every day.
Okay.
And I'm one of those people that if I say I'm going to do something,
You stick to it.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, oh, how do you stay motivated to work out? How do you stay motivated to go to the gym or eat healthy? I'm like, what's motivation got to do with it?
Yeah.
It's like, it doesn't matter how you feel, you just do it.
Yeah.
You just turn up. Imagine if I only ate healthy when I wanted to, I'd be well out of shape. If I only worked out when I wanted to, same as you, right?
Yeah, I'll be out of shape.
If you only came to work when you wanted to, you know, you'd be living on the streets.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not about whether you want to or whether you like. I want to chill on the beach all day. Mm-hmm. I want to sip pina coladas, and I want to be surrounded by Victoria's Secret models, right? But like, that's not reality from what I want to achieve.
Yeah,
and human beings are only happy when they're working towards a goal. So I said I'm going to do 90 videos 90 videos in 90 days. And I just did it, man.
Yeah.
And some of them are on mindset, some of them are on health and fitness. A lot of them are on health and fitness.
Yeah.
But yeah, just got up every day, pretty much shot a video. Put my ass on the chair, edited it, and then uploaded it.
Okay. Wow. So, what's your take on the fitness industry at the moment, though?
Fitness industry, it's in a weird place, isn't it? I'd say because of like social media.
Yeah.
You've got some cool people out there.
Yeah.
You know, telling people to, you know, eat less and move more. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
And then you've got a lot of Instagrammers and girls with like fake booties. People saying, hey, this diet shake or this pill, literally magic pills, can help you. It's in a weird place, man. You go on Facebook, there's all these weight loss Facebook groups and people selling diet teas and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, like any industry, it's kind of weird and messed up. Yeah. And you have the good and the bad.
Yeah.
And I just think it's for people to decide. But I think with anything in life, you need to experience stuff.
Yeah.
So people message me, and probably same with you, they DM me all the time like, oh, what do you think about this guy or that girl or this workout or that supplement? I'm like, try it out.
Yeah.
You don't know until you try it out.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if someone comes to me and says, hey, what about this diet tip? I'm like, okay, you need a brain transplant if you want to try that.
Of course.
But yeah, it's about trying stuff out, and I just think, it's in a bit of a weird place with Instagram and YouTube, and there's so much content out there.
Yeah.
People are just like overwhelmed with
it. So much. I noticed you did a video at the Body Coach. What's your feeling on him now? Has he changed anything, or is he still giving the same?
I haven't really looked at his content for ages, man. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I haven't got anything against the guy, you know what I mean? Everyone's like, oh, Body Coach and macro lean. He seems like a really nice guy. I'm sure he's really nice.
Yeah.
But I just didn't like his message.
Yeah.
But it's not just him, you know. People.
There's many more.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just not just him. Like, people look at him like, oh, it's the Body Coach. He's like this lone guy uploading content. He's got a whole media machine behind him. And when you peel back the layer a little bit, of course you understand why he did that. Because when you've got like a PR tycoon behind you who knows how to work the public and knows how to work human emotions, what do people want? They want results really fast, quickly, and they don't want to do any work. Or minimal work. Yeah. So when someone comes along and says, hey, you've been working out too hard and you need to eat more food, that sounds great to most people.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. That's why I haven't been doing it. I can eat more fat, and I can only do like 3 HIIT workouts a week. It only lasts like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing because we always want to do less for more.
Yeah.
It's not reality.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So, and a lot of people that see his Instagram or see the recipes in the book, they get on his plan, they say, hang on, this isn't the same stuff.
Yeah.
This is completely different. So I made a video back in 2017. And it went kind of viral. It got like over 1 million views, and it kind of created a bit of a stir in the industry. It was a bit sassy, you know what I mean? And that's why things go viral. Things don't go viral when they're boring.
No.
They go viral when there's a little bit of pizzazz, and it kind of makes you look at things from a different point of view. So you had his supporters who were like, you know, F you, macro lean, this guy's the man, like Joe's the man, and then you had people like, oh, crap, I've just been, had my eyes open, I've just been woke AF, as they say these days, and I can see that actually I've been kind of being fooled. So I don't know, I'm sure he's helped some people, but I've heard he has like a 6% success rate or something.
6%?
Something. I'm not, obviously, like, this is from people I've heard. I spoke to one guy who used to work in one of the call centres or whatever as one of his support heroes, and said that hardly anyone finished the plan. I don't really, which I don't doubt, because a lot of people that start fitness plans don't finish them because
which is true.
Their mindset isn't in the right place, or life gets in the way. But I think there's better messages out there than eat a high-fat diet, eat loads of coconut oil, butter, avocados, and then do HIIT workouts. When in reality, it's about eating less food, the right amount for your body, whoever you are, and then working out 3 to 4 times a week, putting your muscles through some resistance, and then adding on some cardio and stuff you enjoy.
So if you was to meet him, what would your message be to him if you just have a one-to-one like us now? Would it even get through? I don't know.
I'm not here to tell him what to do, man. I just be like, listen, I think he's worth like 20 mil or something. So good for you. Like I said, it's not him. It's not just him. He has a story where he started on his own. And it was like, it was me and like grassroots from the ground up. That's not really true. I mean, I think obviously he started on his own as a trainer, but I think from what I've heard, I think his manager, who is quite big in PR or whatever, has a PR agency, saw him and was like, great, good looking guy, charismatic, girls are going to love him, which obviously his market. So I'll be the spin doctor, and we'll put out this thing. And then obviously when he goes on TV, he talks about it's just me, and I posted a few things on Instagram, and suddenly overnight I blew up, or whatever. Or, it doesn't say exactly like that, but that's kind of the narrative. And in reality, it was, there's a whole company and machine behind him. So going back to what you said, what would I say to him? Cool, man, you do you. Like, you know what I mean?
That's it.
I'm here to just point out stuff that I think is BS. I know that I've been fooled by loads of BS before. Like, oh, you can do that, and people tell you stuff and you believe it, right? Like especially when you're younger. When you're younger, people say like, oh, just like do bench press and you'll be ripped, or just eat 10 eggs in the morning, and you're just like, okay. So what I want to do is help people that are like me, my younger self, who were a bit lost, and be like, hey, this is a bit BS, this is more reality. But again, I'm not here to tell people like, you should do this and you should do that. People need to do what they want to do, man. And, good for him. He's made a lot of money, he's doing well.
Can't knock him.
Yeah, can't knock him, but then again, saying that you can't knock him, he's out in the limelight. You need to be aware that people are going to call you out, and people are going to say stuff to you. People do it to me. People leave nasty comments on my YouTube videos, you know what I mean? Or say, counting calories and counting macros is BS. I don't know, my philosophy is counting macronutrients. You become obsessed and you need to eat this certain food and whatever. And that's fine, because I put myself out on social media, and you've got to expect some backlash. He's obviously the pinnacle of the UK kind of health and fitness. So he needs to expect some backlash, but no negative feelings towards it. I haven't got time for that. And we're walking around like, this guy, that guy, the body coach, or this guy on Instagram, or that guy. Like, I can make a joke, I can laugh, I can be a bit sarcastic and sassy, but end of the day, good for him, man. And who knows, if I was in his position and someone was like, hey, sign on the dotted line, maybe I'd do it, who knows, So hopefully not, but who knows.
So I got this question asked to me the other day. If I was out of shape, overweight, who would I choose as a trainer? Would I choose a overweight but knowledgeable trainer, or would I choose a trainer that's in good shape but very little knowledge? What would you choose?
Neither. Neither, man. Like, all this stuff, I don't know how to put it, body positivity now, stuff where it's like, it's okay to be fat, it's okay to be I just don't know where that's come from. You're an advertisement for what you're selling, right? And this is not just about being overweight or anything, or having, you can do whatever you want in life. If you want to be overweight, or if you want to be a racist, or if you want to be anything like that, it doesn't mean I agree with it or whatever, but doesn't mean you can do what you want. I'm not here to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But if you're a trainer turning up when you're overweight, or you're a financial advisor and you're broke, or do you know what I mean? Or if you're a relationship expert and all you've got is 10 divorces behind you, there's something disconnect, do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't go for the overweight trainer. If you're ripped but you don't know what you're talking about, and you don't know how to relay that message really well, I don't want that either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If you're just an airhead model that didn't know how he got his abs, it's like, I don't know.
Got it.
I just do this. Just do what I do. I just walk around the park and do that. I'd be like, So I kind of want both. I want someone who's you don't have to look like a Men's Health Fitness cover model, but and this is it. I wouldn't, if you don't take care of your health, which is health is wealth. This is your physical vessel for hopefully about 80 years.
Yeah.
If you can't take care of that, I can't trust you to take care of other stuff. That's my outlook on it, right? So my answer is neither. It would be somewhere in the middle.
What would your message be to people that want to lose weight?
If you want to lose weight, it boils down to eating less food and moving more.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And it's not about shakes, potions, pills, quick fixes. They don't work. It's about reducing the amount of food you're eating. So you need to be in a calorie deficit. So for example, if someone needed 2,000 calories to maintain their weight and they're overweight, they need to go south of that number. They need to be at least 1,800, 1,700, 1,600 calories, and then your body starts tapping into your fat stores for energy, because your body fat is stored energy. So if anyone wants to lose weight, number one goal, get into a calorie deficit. Once they're in that calorie deficit number, so let's say they're at 2,000 for maintenance, and now they're at 1,700 for deficit, they want to take that 1,700 number, which is the calories, and have that divided into macronutrients, protein, fats, and carbs. Macros make up all the calories that we eat. Protein is good, obviously, for maintaining muscle mass, building muscle mass. Fat's good for optimal hormone, basically optimal hormone functioning. And then carbohydrates are good for energy and also building muscle. So you don't need to cut any macros out. Carbs aren't bad.
No.
Fat's not bad. Protein's definitely not bad. You want to find out about calories and macros, be in a calorie deficit, track your macronutrients. That's the fundamental of nutrition. And then move more. Walk more. 10,000 steps a day. I always advise to all my clients. And then at least 3 workouts a week. Hopefully some sort of resistance. But do what you enjoy. Add some cardio on top of that. And if you do that without expensive pills and potions, you're going to save yourself a lot of money, and you're going to see 1, 2, 3 pounds coming off every week. And also know that it's not going to happen overnight. Most people want, a lot of my friends, especially my girlfriends, friends who are girls, who are like, oh, I'm going to Ibiza in 2 weeks, now I'm going to start starving myself. And I'm like, that should have happened like 30 weeks ago. So no, it's not going to happen overnight. And instead of feeling bad for how far you have to go, let's say you want to lose 30 pounds, right? Or 15 kilos or whatever. Instead of feeling how bad, like, oh, I've got so far to go, feel good for every pound you lose. That's where success comes from. Successful people feel good about every step they take towards their goal.
Small increments.
Exactly. So when you see, oh, I'm a pound down on the scale, oh, I've lost half an inch, feel good about that. And then feel that good feeling, use that to propel you forward to lose another pound. Instead of thinking, I've got 30 pounds to lose, it's going to take me forever, and I'm going to Ibiza, in 2 weeks. So calorie deficit, macronutrients, move more often, and don't get disheartened, because you've got a certain length or a certain time to go until you are where you want to be. Start making progress, because you'll see it within a week or two, and then feel good about that. And don't get caught up in all the crap.
So where can people find you?
Check me out, www.macrolean.co.uk. That's where my membership site is. I have a program there called the Weight Loss University. And people can sign up and they get their macronutrients, their calories, and their workout programs. And then I'm on Instagram at Macrolean, Facebook Macrolean, Twitter Macrolean, Macrolean everything, basically. everything. But that's it.
I'll put the link in the description now. But
cool.
a real
sweet, man. This has been great.
Appreciate it.